Hello friend. Subject is ECHM, Environmental Conservation and Hazard Management. GTU code for this subject is 3300003. Unit name is Sustainable Development, and today we are going to discuss various topics like needs and potential of renewable energy sources, waste management and its recycling. Myself, Rohit Patel, working as a lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department of VPMP Polytechnic. Now first look at the objective of today's session. Today we will discuss the needs and potential of renewable energy sources, energy crisis, and in the last we will also discuss the waste management and its recycling. Now first look at the needs of renewable energy sources. Why we should focus on increase of the renewable energy sources? First reason is that conventional energy sources are limited. Conventional energy sources means petrol and diesel have the limited quantity, so it is the reason. Also, higher cost of conventional energy sources are also responsible. Now, also create higher pollution, and transportation is difficult and costly. And main reason is conventional energy sources are associated with hazards such as fire. For example, petrol comes into contact with the spark and creates wreck havoc conditions on the buildings and infrastructures. Next, last is the conventional sources create greenhouse gases, ultimately lead to the rise in earth temperature, creates the many problems for the human beings and animals. Now, energy crisis. Simple definition of the energy crisis is energy crisis is economic condition, means critical situation, critical condition of any country or world at large in which during this period shortages of energy are experienced. So this situation is known as the energy crisis. If any country or world experience the shortages of energy crisis, it is known as the energy crisis. When this situation is created, when the production of the energy is lower and consumption is higher, then energy crisis will be created. Now there are two types of energy crisis: temporary energy crisis and permanent energy crisis. Temporary energy crisis is easily manageable, including accident, damage, war and natural calamities. After some time we can produce the energies. But permanent energy crisis cannot be easily manageable. For example, population, agriculture and industrial requirements. To solve permanent energy crisis require huge investment. Now, causes of the global energy crisis. There are various reasons for the global energy crisis. Which factors are responsible for energy crisis? Among them, first one is the overconsumption. Means excessive utilization of the conventional energy sources, means petrol and diesel. So it is the main reason of the global energy crisis. Overpopulation is also responsible. Poor infrastructure. If government has not proper manufacturing capacity and distribution system, then lead to the energy crisis. Unexplored renewable energy options. Lot of technological research is yet required for the solar energy, wind energy and other geothermal energy. So it is also the responsible. Delay in commissioning of power plant. Commissioning of power plant means setup of power plant is not easy task, require the huge investment and lot of time. So it is responsible. Wastage of energy, poor distribution system and major accidents and natural calamities create the energy crisis. Now, how we can manage the problem energy crisis? Government have various ideas. Among them, first one is the staggering the supply and distribution of the electricity. It is not necessary for the government. It must supply the continuous electricity to the industries. 1 day per week can also break the supply of the electricity for the industries or agriculture. So it is known as the staggering the supply. So by this way, government save the energy and reduce the load on the power plant. And distribution of the electricity. If government have the proper distribution system of the electricity, can also help to reduce the problem of energy crisis. By developing energy efficient system, if equipment machineries are efficient, then also consume less electricity. Now rigorous energy audit and strict rules and regulation can also help to reduce the wastage of energy. And if wastage of energy will be reduced, then also lower the problem of energy crisis. And best solution is by searching alternative and sustainable source of energy, If we focus on solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, then we can solve this problem like energy crisis permanently. Now next topic is waste management and recycling. Definition of the recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new product. Best example of the recycling is if we manufacture new paper from the waste paper in paper mill, then it is known as the recycling. And there are various benefits of recycling. We can also protect our environment and atmosphere, and we can also protect our earth. How? Look at recycling can prevent the waste of potentially useful material. If we use the waste paper or waste material for manufacturing of the new product, then we can also save the raw material, also reduce the consumption of fresh raw material. So there are the advantages of recycling process. Now methods of waste recycling. There are three methods of waste recycling. First is the direct waste recycling, indirect waste recycling, and third is the waste heat recovery. First method, direct waste recycling. In this method, metals can be melted down and again same material are retrieved. Means if we manufacture copper material from the raw material is also copper, then property of both material, new product and old product are the same, then it is known as the direct waste recycling. Paper manufacturing from the waste paper is also the example of the direct waste recycling. If we produce new paper from the waste paper, the property will be remain same, but we have used the raw material. We have also saved our trees for the paper manufacturing, and if we save our trees, then also tree save our environment and protect us. So by this way we can save our environment and atmosphere and also save earth. Second method is indirect waste recycling. Full waste material is reprocessed in such a way that new product can be produced, but this new product is totally different from the old product or waste material. Best example is the particle board. When we manufacture the particle board in the industries, particle board is usually manufactured from the wooden materials, which is particle board is different from the wooden material. So it is the indirect waste recycling. Now waste heat recovery. Waste can be burned in the incinerators, also known as the furnaces, and heat can be recovered. Waste material is burned into the furnaces, heat energy obtained, and this heat energy is utilized in the industries for the further processing. For example, in textile industries, hot water is required, hot steam is required. So by this method we can help the further processes and we can save energy. So there are three methods of waste recycling. Now advantages of waste recycling. There are various advantages. First one is it generates energy. We can obtain the heat energy using the recycling process and save the energy. Solves the problem of waste disposal. If we use the waste paper, then we can solve the waste disposal problem. Increases the utilization of raw material. If we use for example, we use the waste paper for the manufacturing of the new paper, so we can stop the cutting down of the trees and we can save our environment. So if consumption of the raw material will be decreased, will be benefited to the environment ultimately. Next is the gives products like ethanol, methane, ethane gases during the recycling process, and these gases are utilized in internal combustion engines. Next, can directly burn to give heat energy. We can also obtain heat energy during the recycling process, reduce the pollution. It is the best advantages. Cheaper products can be manufactured. If we use the raw material in form of scrap, then new product is lower in cost. So it is the cheaper products and helps the economy of the nation. Now we will discuss the potential of renewable energy sources in India. We will cover solar energy, wind power means wind energy, biomass energy, tidal energy, and geothermal energy. Now solar energy. Solar energy can be used directly or indirectly. If we use solar cooker, so it is the example of the direct use. And if we use solar system for the producing electricity. So it is an example of indirect use of the solar energy. If we want to produce the electrical energy, photovoltaic cells are required to convert the direct solar energy into electricity. And also to store and generate electricity, backup system is also required. Now, potential of solar energy in India. About 5,000 trillion kilowatt hour per year energy is incident over India's land area, with most parts receiving 4 to 7 kilowatt hour per square meter per day. So compared to other countries, good potential of solar energy in our country. Now, wind energy. First is how wind energy is produced. When fans are rotated by the action of wind, first create mechanical energy, and by using generator we can produce the electrical energy. So this type of energy is known as the wind energy. In picture you can observe the windmill in the coastal area. Because higher velocity of wind is required, so it is advisable to set up the windmills in the coastal area. Now, potential of wind energy in India. India has the fourth largest installed capacity in wind power after China, US and Germany. So it is good thing. The total installed capacity of wind power in India as on March 2017 is around 32 gigawatt. It is already installed. But actually energy potential of India is 302 gigawatt at 100 meter hub height in India. So it is also good thing. Now, biomass energy. By using the biomass fuel, we can produce the electrical energy. Biomass fuel includes, it may be solid, liquid or gas. For example, wood, charcoal, animal dung and peat we can use for producing the electrical energy. And by using biomass, for example animal waste, we can also produce the biogas. To produce the biogas, one important construction, biogas digester, is required, and using the process of microbial decomposition, it is possible to produce the biogas using the biomass. Now in this sketch, you can easily understand how we can produce the electrical energy using the biomass. There are various biomass which is selected from the natural resources like coal, oil, natural gas, biomass trace, wood, charcoal. When we burn the biomass, then produce the heat energy. By utilizing this heat energy, we can convert the water into the steam. This steam with higher pressure and temperature transfer to the turbine. Rotates the turbine. This turbine is attached with the generator. So when turbine is rotated, also rotate the generator, and electricity is produced. This electricity will be transferred to the residential and commercial area for the consumption. So by this way we can produce the electrical energy using biomass. Now look at the potential of biomass energy. In India, potential of biomass energy is 18 gigawatt we can produce. Now tidal energy. When we produce the energy using the natural rise and fall of ocean tides and currents, then energy is known as the tidal energy. In the figure you can see how we can produce the electrical energy or mechanical energy using the rise and falls of the ocean waves. Now potential of tidal energy is 10,000 megawatt in India. Now geothermal energy. When we utilize the heat energy of the subsurface of the earth and produce the electrical energy, then it is known as the geothermal energy. Now in this sketch you can easily understand how it is possible to produce the electrical energy using the geothermal energy. First of all, hot water from the ground surface transferred to the turbine, steam or converted into the steam. Utilizing heat energy we can produce the steam, transfer to the turbine rotates the generator and produce the electricity, and then we can transfer to the commercial and residential area. Now potential of geothermal energy in India is 10,000 megawatt. It was the last topic of our today's session. So friends, thank you very much.